Now Mills was clearly feeling himself and tossed up a jump ball, which Nico Collins absolutely stole from the cornerback and mossed him. Oh my god. Welcome back to another Film Room. Today we're breaking down Davis Mills' 6 drives versus the Los Angeles Rams. Mills started off, ice cold, honestly, but he had a strong final drive to get into the end zone, and on the day he finished 10 out of 17 for 96 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. So I'm going to show, why Mills struggled early on, what he can improve on, and how he bounced back on his last 2 throws to get into the end zone. Alright, let's get into the film because the film don't lie! Let's go in chronological order and start with drive number 1. The Davis Mills to Nico Collins connection was alive and well. When Mills' first read is open, he'll get the ball out on time, and I'd expect to see a lot of these underneath curl routes for Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins once the season begins. However, when Mills' first read isn't open, well, that's when we saw some problems versus the Rams. On this play, Mills takes the sack because he doesn't pull the trigger when working to his second read. When the ball is snapped, Mills' eyes first go to Chris Conley on the 5-step slant route. But this linebacker is lurking over the middle, so Mills doesn't throw what would be a likely interception. Next, Mills scans the full field and sees Chris Moore wide open with no defender within 10 yards of him, but hesitates, doesn't pull the trigger, and tries to scramble. Mills just isn't that type of athlete to consistently evade multiple defenders, even if they are the Rams' backups. So that sack set up 3rd and long, and we failed to convert because Mills doesn't process the game fast enough here, hesitates to throw to an open Chris Conley, and takes the check down instead. Throwing this comeback route requires perfect timing, and the ball needs to be out as Conley is making his break. Mills sees that it's open, but hesitates on the throw because he knows he saw it too late, and if he did throw it at this point, the cornerback would have a great chance to make a play. In Pep Hamilton's system, timing of route concepts is everything, and Mills just didn't look in rhythm or comfortable early on. That discomfort continued on drive number 2, where Mills just missed a routine throw that he would normally make 9 times out of 10. No excuses here, Mills has a clean pocket. He gets the ball out in time, but just whiffs on the wide open dig route. Another offensive drive ended with no points because we shoot ourselves in the foot. Here on 3rd down, Mills is sacked again, and I'll be honest, this time he deserves less of the blame. At the top of Mills' drop, no one is open downfield. Who's he gonna throw it to? In addition, Max Sharping gets toasted in pass protection, and he's proved time and time again that he just isn't deserving of making this team. So on to drive number 3, and it started off with 2 mediocre runs by Marlon Mack, which set up 3rd and 4. So Davis Mills' first read is Nico Collins on the curl, and you already know, that's an easy completion. Houston followed that up with 2 more bad runs, which set up 3rd and 9. Yes, this was the theme of the offense. Poor run game put Mills in challenging scenarios, and he couldn't dig us out of the hole. On this play, Mills has Conley open on his dig route, but they just can't seem to find that chemistry together. The route by Conley could be more crisp, but I think Mills could have placed this ball better too. With Conley running inside and the defender on his back hip, you want the throw to be out in front of the wide receiver so he can make a hands catch away from the defender. You don't want the ball to be thrown into his chest because it's a few inches closer to the defender, giving them a better chance to break this up like they do. Don't get me wrong, it was a catchable ball by Mills, but it wasn't a perfectly placed ball. And those few inches is what separates an incompletion from a catch and a mediocre quarterback from a great quarterback. Let's move on to drive number 4, and we've got another 3 and out. On 2nd down, Mills throws another catchable ball that hits Chris Moore right in the hands, but there's just no reason for Moore to have to jump up high for this, and Mills makes an easy completion just a bit harder. Again, catchable ball, but not a perfect ball. That incompletion sets up yet another 3rd and long, and we're back to Mills relying on his first read. Houston is in shotgun formation with a bunch to the field side, and they dial up a basic curl flat concept. The idea is to stress the Rams' zones and create a numbers advantage to where Mills just needs to find the open receiver. Theoretically, Dorsett's curl route and Moore's flat route will open up space for Nico on his curl route. However, because Mills stares down Nico the entire way, he is telegraphing where he wants to go with the ball. That allows this defender to read Mills' eyes, not even respect Dorsett, but instead run to where Mills' eyes are leading him, right to Nico Collins for the pass breakup. Mills has just got to get better about moving off his first read, but also using his eyes to manipulate defenders rather than being so predictable. Drive 5, I'm not even going to bother with showing this one for y'all because it was a mixture of bad runs and a fumble by Rex Burkhead. So I'll save y'all some time and move to drive 6, the drive where Mills finally showed some life and bounced back from an ugly beginning. Mills got into rhythm with an easy curl route to Brevin Jordan, and he learned from his previous mistake that ended drive number 4. Look at Mills first go to Nico, which moves this defender out of the way and opens up more space for Brevin. That's what I'm talking about. So that catch set up 3rd and 4, which Mills completed thanks to an easy dump off to Burkhead in the flat. Nothing crazy here, but Mills connected on a routine throw that he had missed earlier on. Now, after 2 missed deep throws on 1st and 2nd down, one to Chris Moore that was underthrown and nearly an interception, and another to Jalen Camp that just looked like a miscommunication by the two, after those incompletions, Mills had 2 of his biggest throws of the game. It's 3rd and long. Houston has been in this scenario all day long, but Mills finally makes a play when his team needs it the most. The Rams are in a funky looking cover 4 with the 2 safeties bracketing the inside receiving threats, the cornerbacks playing off and deep, and have just 3 underneath zones. Houston dials up a levels concept, trying to get Moore or Quitoriano open over the middle, but Mills has other plans when he sees the cornerback is not getting enough depth on Dorsett's deep go routes. Mills really should be throwing the ball right about now when Dorsett is even with the cornerback, because if he's even, he's leaving. And you can see Mills hesitates at first, then he delivers a strike down the sideline, fitting the ball in between 2 defenders. Now that is what I'm talking about with a perfectly placed throw. The end zone view is a fun angle here because you can see Mills processing this play. At this point, he knows Dorsett will be open, but hesitates, slaps the ball, and steps up in the pocket before throwing. Now that hesitation could be a bit detrimental versus the Rams starters and a faster safety, but instead we're dealing with 3rd stringers here, and I'll just be happy with the throw, okay, fine. That was the longest completion of the game for Houston, and it gave us 1 shot at the end zone before the first half ended. Now Mills was clearly feeling himself and tossed up a jump ball, which Nico Collins absolutely stole from the cornerback and mossed him. Oh my god. The Rams were in cover 4 again, which gave Nico a 1-on-1, and with his height advantage, that's clearly the mismatch Mills wanted to target. The catch was amazing. As for the throw, I like the touch Mills put on it, allowing Nico to go jump and get it. The only thing I would nitpick is again the ball placement. On throws like this into the end zone, you want to place it to the receiver's outside shoulder so that it is away from the cornerback and they can't break it up. But again, Mills' placement is not perfect. It's catchable, and when you've got Nico Collins instead of Chris Conley, you've got a monster touchdown instead of a drop. So now that we've seen, a larger sample size this season out of Mills, I do want him to work on his ball placement and getting off his first read. The sophomore quarterback, he should have his best football ahead of him, and the Texans are in a bit of a win-win scenario here. If he does ball out, we can keep building the team around him, get Mills a better O-line, better run game, more weapons, right? But on the other hand, if Mills backtracks and, maybe he's a bottom 5 to bottom 10 quarterback, well, you'll likely have a top 5, top 3 pick and can replace Mills with Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, or whichever top quarterback prospect reveals themselves. Only time will tell what the outcome will be, but I think Houston's in a pretty good spot here. Alright, that's gonna do for the video. If you guys enjoyed, please do hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and comment down below your thoughts on Davis Mills. I'm curious, what rating would you give his performance from 1 to 10? Alright, take care everyone, come back for more, and remember, the film don't lie!